next.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back here at 5:20, nearly on the dot. And as we take a look outside, you can still see some wet conditions around Schweitzer Mountain. It is that lens of the camera that's a good way to know if we're seeing any of that wet weather, because you can still see some of those raindrops as we start off the day. Today is going to be one of those days, just showery out there, cooler temperatures. And then as we head toward tomorrow, things start to dry up for most of our lowland elevations, but up toward the mountaintops, such as Schweitzer, we will continue to see some of those raindrops and showers and thunderstorms. So let's talk about what we have in store today. Today, widespread showers all across the region. Wind speeds are pretty breezy to start off the day, mainly because of how that unsteady weather is just continuing to push through. 13-mile-per-hour sustained speeds in Spokane and Eponomac, 9 in Deer Park and Coeur d'Alene, and 10 down in Pullman, 15-mile-per-hour winds in Pomeroy. These are your sustained speeds. Your gusts are in the 20 to 30-mile-per-hour range at times. Looking at satellite radar, we've seen plenty of lightning strikes. Those are registered on our radar that are just mainly north of I-90, passing toward the Spokane area. So that means if you're south of Spokane or even more north of Spokane, you might start to see some of those showers jump up at certain times. We'll keep you updated on where we see these showers headed, but for now it looks like they're just going to develop and further strengthen, meaning that we'll continue to move toward that wet weather pattern, and it's going to prevent those temperatures from really warming up to the zone that we would want them to. 66 is where we're looking at for our afternoon high. That is more than 10 degrees below normal. Normal would be upper 70s and low 80s. Instead, we'll rest in the mid 60s. Overnight lows also a little bit colder than normal, mainly with those 40s, and not even close to the record high. Almost close to that record low, though, of 40 degrees. Future tracker shows that for the next couple hours, we'll see those showers strengthen up toward the northeast corner of Washington and through the North Idaho Panhandle. We'll see some showers throughout about 11 a.m. into noon, and then another chance for some thunderstorms through Kootenai County and farther off to the east as we head toward your evening and overnight hours. Then we dry out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all dry days in the forecast, looking like a beautiful day Thursday. And then as we head toward your Friday and Saturday, those temperatures just keep warming up. So here's where we are for this afternoon. We're seeing highs in mainly the 50s up toward Sandpoint. 56 is their high, 60 for Coeur d'Alene, 65 for Spokane, and 71 for Ritzville. Here's what we have on that 7-day forecast, with 4th of July definitely being that standout day, probably the warmest of the next 7 days as we keep warming up into the 80s. It is 5:22 right now.